Do you manage your team, your clients, your projects, and your communication channels all across different apps? Well, if so, I've got something nifty to show you. Hi, I'm Jun K. Lee and I'm a digital marketing agency owner with a passion for SaaS. So if you're looking for marketing tips and SaaS reviews, make sure to subscribe to my channel. We are on the NiftyPM website homepage. That's NiftyPM.com. First thing I notice is that I really like the website. I like the logo. I love the name. It looks good from first glance of this video screenshot. I think it looks similar to Slack. Obviously, this is a project management tool, not only communication, as we see here in their main headline. Manage projects, work, and communications in one place. So it's really for me, it's the communications part that is making me take a deep look into this, because I have many project management tools. I'm a big fan of all of them, but there's only so many that you can incorporate into your workflow. The second thing I notice is the trusted by thousands of remote teams. So we see Apple, Verizon, IBM, L'Oreal, NYU, some big names on here, Periscope Data. I would take this with a grain of salt, not just for NiftyPM, but for any website that put these on without any links to case studies or examples. I doubt the entire company is using NiftyPM, but I'm sure that, some people are, or some departments are. So number 2 here, they say collaborate on tasks. So they are talking about their project management. From first glance, it looks speedy, right? And I'm hoping that the UI and the UX is. We'll look into it after going through their site. I want to look at their features, right? So let's look at, I'm not going to look at all of these. Let's look at the main ones that sound interesting to us. The discussions. So this is what I'm really looking at, and you can tell that this is one of their USPs, considering that it's the very first feature that they present. So here we have facilitate ideas. Like I said earlier, it looks just like Slack. Take actions. This one we'll look into later, but it's a direct integration with documents, and I think they have their own docs as well. We can share files in the chat, create new threads, turn discussions into actions. This is another thing that I'm interested in. I think they have some sort of automation process with tasks and milestones. So speaking of milestones, that's the other thing that I'm very interested in. Project milestones automate status reporting. So this sounds very nice. We're going to see how it works later in the video. They have a timeline view. They have Gantt charts. So automate milestone progress. Milestones provide real-time automation of in-progress, completed, and overdue status based on the completion of connected tasks by members. So this is very interesting, and they have, or you can set dependencies, and they have recurring milestones and custom labels. All important. They should, I feel like every project management tool should have these features, but unfortunately, not all of them do. Let's go to docs and files. So this is also something that was really interesting to me that I'm hoping works well. Collaborative documents or docs. So you have an option between Nifty Doc and Google Doc. So Nifty Doc is probably something they've created on their own, and the Google Docs is obviously Google Docs that you can probably sync with your Google Drive. That includes spreadsheets, upload files, file storage. Every project management tool has this, but it's the docs that is integrated into this with project management and communication that is really standing out to me, and why I'm considering moving into Nifty. Quick collaboration. Share with your team or clients, and give feedback, comments, and reviews in one place. So this is very awesome. Yeah, spreadsheet within the platform. conversational files. This is very, very awesome and something I think many of you would also look into. So they have tasks, obviously, time tracking. I'll look into it. I have another program for this. You get a project overview, a bird's eye view of all your projects, what's going on, timelines and calendars. Detailed project understanding, so we can look into all the project statuses and view by tasks according to each of the, or associated with each of the project milestones that you've set. Team management, and if you have reporting, you should have a project dashboard, and which they do. Let's see what it looks like. So this is beautiful. I love the UI of this, and I haven't even logged in yet, but this is just based on the screenshot. There are certain tools that don't have a very comprehensive project dashboard or homepage or overview of all of your projects. It's very nice. Here we see discussions, or you can customize it as well. Let's try that out after. And they also have apps. So, wow. So they have everything already. I don't know how well it's done yet. I've downloaded the Mac app, but I haven't used it yet. I haven't used Nifty at all yet, so I'm about to test it with everyone here. They have an iOS, Android, Mac, and Windows. I am using iOS and Mac, very rarely Windows, but I will test it out. So let's look at the actual platform. Let me log in. I've logged into my NiftyPM account. I've had some issues redeeming my codes, my lifetime codes. So it says here at the top right that I'm still on trial. I've sent a support ticket to their team. I'm not sure why I've run into that issue. I've never had before on any other platforms. If you're looking, just a quick note, if you're looking for a lifetime deal on Nifty, I have my affiliate link in the description below. You can check that out. So this is what you'll see when you first log in. Before you first log in, you'll put in your own profile name, any other information. You'll see here I've already done that. And then they'll ask you to create a team. So I've created a team for my agency, which I plan to use Nifty for if I like what I'm seeing today. And while you do that, you can set up a subdomain on their domain, nifty.pm. I don't know if they have CNAME. I don't think they have it yet. What I saw from their team is that it's on the roadmap. And in terms of white labeling this, there is no white label. All you can do is set up your team name, but I don't see anything that refers to Nifty yet, except for their domain. Either way, most likely I won't be using this for client collaboration because we don't use chat. We just use comments on our task board or email, meeting rooms, or once in a while phone calls. So anyway, here is what we're looking at. We don't see that project home yet, but most likely because I don't have a project set up. So the first thing we see is workloads. Then we see the calendar. And we see my tasks, which are probably specific to you. So let's go create a project first. Let's name this test project. We'll keep it public or private. Members invited manually, and all members of general portfolio. So this is probably for public for everyone and private for people manually added. I am running a digital marketing agency, so let's do marketing. Oh, wow. So they have a lot of templates here. Marketing growth strategy, marketing campaigns. Let's do digital marketing process. And again, each one has previews, meeting notes, default task list. So they have everything set up here. This is very nice. For the sake of simplicity, we won't be able to do all. So let's click digital marketing process. There's another option here to configure. So you can customize each template even more, I guess. They ask you some questions: project home, milestones, tasks, discussions, docs, and files. I need all of these. So let's go and create. Okay, so now we have the template applied for a new project, my test project. We have from here, we have revisions, client reviews, and these are custom tabs or labels that you can edit. and to do. So you can rename, move tasks, set milestones, meeting notes, and we can add more lists. Let's try and add another one. So let's add another list, preparation, and see how that looks. So very easy to add tasks, assignees, due date, tags, and milestones. We can tie it into a milestone. I don't have one created. Let's create one here. So you can create task lists within the milestone. We can set dates, and we can hide the milestones from guests as well. And we can set milestone dependencies. So you would have to complete or achieve one milestone or milestone A in order to complete milestone B. This is also very nice. And I wanted to look at discussions. So let's check that out. This is what I am looking for. This is why I'm actually looking at Nifty. And it looks like Slack. Create new. We can upload files. And they have GIFs and emojis or emoticons. Here, this also is very nice. So you see I've already set up the integration with my Gdrive and Google Calendar for my personal account. And the other nice feature here is now they have direct integration with Zoom. So if you're meeting with clients or you do team meetings often, we do them every Monday and probably one or two more times during the week, depending on which departments or team members that we need to speak with. And the Zoom integration is also here under the team settings. Then we want to go to Docs, since I've already integrated my Gdrive, which was very easy. So let's create a document. We'll try, I want to do the Google Docs first, to be honest. So let's try the Google Docs. Enable link sharing. I will set this on. By enabling the doc sharing checkbox, you're going to be giving access or sharing access with all project members and stakeholders to view and edit. So if you don't want to do that, you want to uncheck this and do it manually from the Google Docs settings. Okay, so that was a little slower than I expected. It might have been because it's the first time linking my Gdrive or the first time opening a Google Doc with my Gdrive connection. But it's really nice. It's basically, I mean, it's Google Docs within your Nifty PM account. Auto saves, everything's working. There's the share feature here is already here. Let me open Team Chat within my, okay, so that's very nice. You can open up Team Chat within the Google Doc. You can add in the comment. I mean, Google Docs works exactly the same as you would from your browser. So you'll be able to add comments there, but you can add comments and messages through the team chat. And if you look at the team chat, you can link your Zoom account to start a meeting right away. Let's see what the Nifty Docs look like. Okay, so Nifty Docs is a lot faster. It'll open really fast. For me, the Google Docs took around 7 to 10 seconds, which it was kind of slow. It's a lot simpler, so you can use this for easy documents. For Google Docs, let's see what I would use it for. I would use it for my SOPs within my team. Right now, I use it in a different software, but I can see it being used here for easy access. And the files, this should be pretty straightforward. Let me upload a file. Oh, they have Dropbox, Google Drive. So everything works smooth, upload it easily. We can we can copy the URL, share it. We can share the file directly into a message within Nifty PM or throw it into a project. And oh wow. So when we put it into a project, we can put where we're putting this, right? And I'm sure you can do it from within the task list itself, but let's put it into the discussion tab. And you see our file here for everyone. And again, from the image within or the file that you've sent to the group discussion, you can leave messages or comments. So that's very nice. So we have this test milestone. Right from the milestone, you can edit the dates. Let's open the milestone and try to set up a milestone dependency. So for us to do that, we're gonna need at least 2 milestones, right? So let us add a milestone. Oh, so I mean, I guess we can do it from here, but for the sake of looking at the full process, I mean, this is gonna be much faster, but let me just create a new milestone and let's try to add a dependency. So for test milestone 2, we're going to need test milestone 1 to be completed. So here we go. Test milestone 2. Let's set a milestone dependency. Let's do that on number 1. We don't have a task list, but let's add one in there. And we have custom fields. Oh, wow. And they have some settings. So they have field type text, drop down, budget, number, URL, phone, email. So they have a bunch here. You can do whatever you want, and you can hide it from guests. Again, I'm not looking into guests too much because I don't plan to bring my clients into this platform. Okay, so I've set a milestone, a milestone dependency, and you can see that here. You see that we need to have milestone or the first milestone completed in order to run to the next one. And I believe that will give us a automation. So let's go complete the task and we'll go into my tasks. So I've set one of the tasks from the first milestone to myself so that I can complete it. And you can leave comments you can leave comments and everywhere, right? Just make sure, because it seems like you can leave comments a lot of places. So you want to be tagging the people that you will be referring to so they don't miss anything. You can add files to your tasks, and let's see how I can complete the task. And you can track time. I have time tracking in a different app. I probably won't use this, but I'm happy to know that the option is there because I'm already spread out across too many different SaaS platforms. And you can change, you can hide the tasks from guests here, and you can unsubscribe from task notifications. I mean, there are not many times you want to do that, but the option is there. We have the due date. So I've completed the task. Let's go check our milestones. So we see here, now that I've completed, before it was gray, now it is a pretty green, the same color as their logo. And you see that we can move on to the next milestone. Again, the task here, I did not assign to anyone. Let me assign it to myself and see what it looks like. Let's go back into my tasks. There we go. So again, I should have assigned it to myself earlier so that we can see what the task would look like if we had the milestone dependencies, because I don't know if it'll let me check off the second task from the second milestone if I didn't complete the first, but it should, right? I am loving the project home or the project dashboard or the overview here. We have the milestones, the tasks, the discussions, the docs, time tracking, and files all here. And you should be able to customize it. Go to customize widgets. Okay, so there's not too many things. You can hide the time tracking, but we'll leave it all up there. So you can edit all this. You should be able to move things around. Yeah, you can move everything around. This is really nice. So there's a tab called Portfolio. This here, General, is also a portfolio, but the General portfolio, the difference is it has all of your members from your project or your account. And we can start creating new portfolios. So the new portfolios, I think you can use for different departments if your company is that big. Mine is not. Or locations if you have different chains. And also, I think you can use it for clients, right? So you can have client A as a portfolio and have a project within that portfolio. If the client project is fairly large, you can have different projects from within. For example, PPC campaigns or paid advertising. You can do blog marketing or content creation as another project so that you don't have everything in one big project. It's nice to segment. And another thing that I really like, the first thing you'll see, I mean, you'll see it everywhere when you're in, is the search, right? So we can search the project, and you can break down the search by the messages, the comments, everything that you have on here. I'm really liking what I'm seeing as I go through it. Let's go into the settings, team settings. Here you can invite people to your team very easily. And we can do the team add-ons here. We did earlier. These are already loaded on automatically, and I'm assuming they're going to be adding more. You saw earlier we can add in Zoom integration. No more sending a link every time you open a Zoom call, or even if you have automated Zoom calls, no more checking the email. You can do it directly from the chat. And again, this is what I had set up when I first logged in. We put in the team logo, not yet, but the team name, the team URL, and they have a SSO, single sign-on login policy, require Google for login. I think I will do this because we're all on G Suite anyway, so this will make it easier for my team. Let's look at, they have 4 different types of accounts. So I am in the Nifty help docs or help center. It's done very well. Here, we're looking at the different types of team members or accounts that are within Nifty. And inviting the team member is very easy. You just go to settings. It's the page we were at, and you add email and name. These are the roles that I was talking about. There's 4 different types. So we have the owner, the admin, the members, and the guest. You would be the admin, and they have access to everything, or you will have access to everything. You can set up admins. I will have my project managers as admins, and I'll have the rest of my team as members. And I will have my VAs or freelancers as guests, most likely, depending on what this chart is showing exactly. So we have, for the team, only the owner and admin can invite team. Only the owner can remove, manage the subscriptions, and edit and delete the team. We're just going to run down this quickly. You can find this article from your account page, or you can read through it quickly with me here. We have the projects. So everyone, owner and admin, can do all of this. The members they cannot remove users or archive projects unless it's their own projects from within Nifty. And the guests, obviously, they cannot do any of these. But what the guests can do, Milestones is available for everyone. What the guests can do is create task, edit task, assign a task, move, complete a task, comment and upload in the tasks, and manage the task list. They can also join in on the discussion, but they cannot create tasks or docs within the discussion. So we're back at the project overview of the top task project that I've created. Again, and I'm loving it. I want to look at one of the things that was very interesting to me that I've read about was the task list automation. And I wanted to test it out, and I figured I might as well do it here. So from the home page, the home screen or the overview screen, we're going into tasks. And I do check list views in project management tools once in a while, but I usually work in Kanban. So let's go to Kanban. And they have a automation where when you move a task from stage 1 to stage 2, or based on this template, we have revision and client review here. But let's move over to, we would go from to do to in progress, right? And when you do that, they have an automation where it's automatically assigned to a specific user. So at my agency, we have a social media management service. That's where we're doing the graphic design, the copy, and the scheduling and posting. So it's not all done by one team member, right? So we have a graphic designer, we have a social media manager, we have some VAs or freelancers doing some admin work. And what I would do here is I would have a Kanban set up like, not to do, but let's say here we would have the social media manager figuring out all the copy and the content calendar, what we're going to actually be writing, right? He would be working with our copywriter. And once they're done, they would move the task over to the graphic design work, right? So they're not working on the graphic design. So they'll do that work first. They'll pass it over to the graphic designer, where he'll be designing the graphics based on the content calendar and copy and headline copy that the teammates over here made. And so automatically the task assignment would be moved to the graphic designer. And from there, we would move it over again here, where either a VA or another team member would be scheduling the post and making sure that everything's working. So I want to go over a few things that I've learned after looking through this deal. One is the Google Drive integration. We saw earlier that I have two files that are created when I pull in the file and I put it into the discussion tab or a task. I put it somewhere else. It ends up with two files. That the files are not directly synced to Gdrive, right? But they've confirmed that Google Docs, spreadsheets, and presentations and other things native to G Suite are imported from Gdrive and will sync in real time. The other thing is that Gdrive integration works only with your personal account, but the shared drives are in the timeline. One of the things is, so I've mentioned Zoom, but we do video meetings, but we don't do it in Zoom. At least for my agency, we don't. I use a different tool called Vectera, which was also on a lifetime deal. It's not anymore, but it's a very good app. So Vectera is very high on the list, they said. So that should be coming in, and if it does, I will be using it for sure, because that is where I do all my video meetings, both internal and external. And the other thing that I was interested in knowing or curious about was the dependencies. So I'm very happy with that they have dependencies, but let me go to the task list, which brings up another point. I wish we could go to the specific project or the home screen or overview from the dashboard or from the menu navigation, right? But we cannot. Again, also there's the dark mode, but yeah, I'm on dark mode. But I'll leave it here for the video. So we cannot go to the home screen or the overview page or the main dashboard. If we click on the gearbox or the gear wheel, we'll end up in the settings. So at first I was really confused, but all you have to do is X out, right? But again, I wish it was easier, just one click here and we're back to the main screen. Anyway, we'll go to the tasks. So one of the things was that we can have dependencies, but it's based on a single task, right? We can't have multiple tasks. We can't have multiple task dependencies. I've checked through the roadmap and I've emailed the support, and they said they will be expanding the scope of the dependencies, right? So that's something I look forward to, so that I can have multiple dependencies or multiple tasks, right? So I'm hoping that is applied soon. And lastly, I know many of you are entrepreneurs, so you're not working with just one company or you're not managing just one company. I also have 3 separate companies, which is why I was looking to see if I can use this for all of my brands. And they've confirmed that we can. So we can create a new team, and the team would be based on your other brand or company. So I can have 3 teams in here. And if you're planning to use lifetime deal codes, you need to have enough codes to handle that the new teammates, right? And again, I have the link to the lifetime deal for NiftyPM in my description below. So that wraps up the walkthrough of NiftyPM for me. What do I think about it? Well, the reason why I actually looked into this tool is for the communications, right? The Slack-like chat that they have. Because I have so many project management tools that I don't think I really need another one. But if I can replace my Slack, I would definitely use it. Do I think it can replace my Slack? No, because there's not enough integrations. And one of the reasons why I use Slack is because I get all of my notifications through it, right? But can I replace it for my team chat? I really think so. It actually works really well with the files and the docs, right? So they have their own Nifty docs that we looked at, which was fairly simple, but it works. For anything more complicated like a spreadsheet or a Word document, we're using Google Docs and Google Spreadsheets, and that we can use directly with NiftyPM, which is amazing. And on top of that we can leave comments, we can chat based on those documents as well, and including sharing it within the group chat. So those are the reasons why I looked at it, and actually after testing it out, I found that I really liked it. It's fast, it's smooth, the UI is beautiful, and I will be using it now. I'm going to be moving my team into it again, so my team will hate me for moving around so much, but I really do think this will help me boost our productivity. I love the dependencies, I love the milestones, and I love the fact that we can set automations based on milestones, right? And these are the reasons why I plan to use it. And if you are running an agency or running any type of business similar to mine, I definitely recommend it. And again, I have the link in my description. So if you enjoyed this video and you're looking for more SaaS reviews, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. See you next time.